So as you can see, at the time of reviewing this, I have about 28 hours, and I think this was basically 3 days of play. Like, I haven't played a game like this in a long time where you start playing and you just complete track of time, so that's an attestament of how good this thing is. Right off the bat, let's address the graphics, okay? I personally love pixel art. If you don't like pixel art and that turns you off from a game, I can't even really call you a gamer. In this case, seems like it was a small studio. They opted for the pixel art graphics so they could add more content. And either way, I'm happy with the pixel art. You should be too. That shouldn't deter you from a game. Not at all. It's about the gameplay, guys, not the graphics. This has been a long debate for years and years and years. Who cares about the graphics if the gameplay sucks? If you want fucking good realistic graphics, just go outside and look at the fucking sun. That's 4K as fuck. So let's first talk about story. Guys, I don't give a fuck about story. At this point, I've played so many games and started so many games that were fucking shit right off the bat that I don't even fucking pay attention. So the less the story is, the better. This game has a story just to progress the storyline, but it's more of a free roam game. You get to go around in your ship. You can be a trader, you can be a pirate, you can align yourself with the 3 or 4 races, and as you can see, guys, there's dungeons, there's fucking new enemies to see, there's just so much, and the pacing is great because I find with a lot of these games where you can free roam and do whatever you want, unfortunately it just becomes stale after a while. But this game introduces new concepts little by little, and you just discover new secret things, and it's honestly, they put a lot of heart into this game is what I can say. The class system here, guys, has to be one of the best class systems I've ever seen. Huge variety, different from any class system I've ever seen in terms of what they actually do. Like, for instance, there's your generic mage, and then there's your generic sword fighter, but then they have combinations of each of the 3. So on the left here we have the warrior classes, okay? So you can go fighter, warrior, berserker, etc. And the middle is more of your rogue classes, your swashbuckler, your fucking whatever, you know what I mean, rogue character. On the right is your sorcerer, elemental. But then, as we can see here, if I go down into the classes, we start to see combinations. So you have to, for instance, for this one to unlock the warp blade, you have to have this class unlocked and this class unlocked. And this game, I've never played a game where I wanted to see every single class tree and combine things, and it's just incredible. The class systems, bar none. I've never seen better classes. I've never seen such a variety of classes, and there's just so much good stuff to say about it. Which brings us into the combat. So right here, I'm going to show you basically a fight and everything. You know, generic stuff. You start off your formation, turn-based. If you want the animations go faster, you know, you can hold spacebar. And honestly, guys, I can't explain to you why this game is so good in terms of combat, but it's just incredible. They do the system with the elements very similar to like Divinity 2. So let's say you put water on the ground, and then you electrify it, it's going to do a bonus. We have wind mechanics. For instance, here's my arrow, I'm pushing him back. Now if you push him back into the wall, it does even more damage. Push him into a character, does even more damage. You push him off the fucking edge, he's going to plummet to his death. So I really wish I could tell you why it's good. It's just great. It's just everything flows together. All the class systems are incredible, the different abilities. You'll see I'm just showing off all kinds of stuff. This is like late level stuff. And this game is like how I believe every party-based game should be. So let's say, for instance, this encounter was too hard for me. I can load before I came here, go do some other stuff, unlock new classes, unlock new things, and then come back to try again. And when you do come back and you finally beat them, or you get past that dungeon or whatever, it's very satisfying because you can really see your characters progress through the game. Like it's not like from cheesing the game, it's from genuinely hard work, managing your characters, picking what classes suit them best, picking what styles you like to play for each character. Honestly, I don't even want to talk about the combat or this game in general too much because I want you to get into the game so you have more time to play it. So for the equipment, guys, it's the classic, which is my favorite, the classic RuneScape. We have, we start off with wood, then we go to iron, then we go to steel, then we go to mithril. There's nothing, for some of these party-based games, I find that the materials and stuff become convoluted. Like they just become this mythical this, that, and then you're really like looking between two pieces of equipment, what's better, whatever. I like the nice linear progression, steel's better than iron, mithril's better than steel, okay? Easy concept, good thing. Same with the elements, okay? We have 4 elements plus light and dark. Perfect. I don't like this poison, earth, fucking lizard. Like, it's just when it gets stupid like that, like it loses interest. When I have to fucking read a wiki to understand the different elements, it just ruins the game for me. So couple other things I want to talk about, okay? So on the overworld, we have ship battles. So here I am, fucking pirating my ship. If you want, you can go and attack. You can attack anyone, which is cool. This game is a full economy system and everything. So when you go to attack, it goes to like a ship battle where now it's kind of like, in the normal game, you're doing like your party-based stuff, which your 5 characters facing off other characters, but with the ship battles, now we have entire ships or entire fleets fighting each other, which... Alright guys, here I'm going to give you an example of a ship battle. So here's a fucking pirate indicated by his red mask, so we can expect... Check out what they got. They're shit compared to me. You can talk to them, but we're gonna go right into the attack. Yes, fuck you. So here we go. So now we have a grid-based, as you can see, ship battle. Now each of these ships has its own individual crew. So what we can do is we can attack the ships. They have their own life bar and so forth. Sink the whole ship, kill everybody. But it's like I was saying before, it's like that overworld like army fight now, as opposed to just individual characters. And it's fucking tremendous. So at this point, you can shoot the enemy ships with your cannons and so forth. But if you want to be a real G, you can actually board a ship, and if you manage to kill everybody on that ship, you can actually steal that ship for your own. So it's cool. So it's a combination of like the army wars with a combination of the individual party-based fights. Really well done. Love this system. Wish more games incorporated this because it's just amazing. Now guys, we're going to talk about the different ports. So there's different places on the map owned by different factions and so forth. Right here, Nightmare Port. So this is actually a port I built myself. So when I first came here, it was just this building. Then I paid and built all these things. Here's my house over here. So once again, here's another thing this game has added, aka base building or taking over ports. And this is only one port. You can take over about 5 of them. You can actually convert the other ports from the enemy. So it's kind of like let's say compare the overworld to like a Mountain Blade if they did things right, Now each port is different. They have different resources that they make. For instance, here, I'll go to the map right here. So this port sells pearls. This port sells tools. Now, depending on what port wants what, you can make a profit that way. And they all each, like I said, specialize in different things. Also, there are ports that have special places. For instance, one of the ports has an arena, so you can participate in the arena, go through the gladiator battles. Certain ports have dojos where each dojo are experts at something. For instance, one dojo's good at spear fighting, one's only sword fighters, etc., etc. So, guys, there's just absolutely tons of content. You will never get bored. There's always something else to do. There's no story that's propelling you to like do something. If you want to just straight fight, you can do that. If you want to be a straight trader, you can do that. You can basically do whatever you want at your own pace. The pacing is excellent. Like I said, the classes are great. I have nothing but good things to say about this game. Like I said, guys, hidden gem. Get the game. You won't regret it. Absolutely fantastic.